Welcome back, everybody. My name's APrater54, aka Adam, coach of the McChesney Park Slowpokes, and today I bring you week number 1 of YCL. Unfortunately, when I did this battle the first time, all of the audio got corrupted to where it was nothing but static. So I'm going to I had to remove it and do postcom. But this week I'm facing off against Bishmii, coach of the Trash Town Theviels, for like the 8th or ninth time in like the last few months. So fortunately, he knows my play style. I know his. He likes the bulky offense. I like hyper offense. Sometimes those don't mix, especially when you make mistakes when you're doing prep. But Bishmii has Kiram, Corviknight, Tyranitar, Azov, Weezingala, Gastrodon, Centiskorch, Decidueye, Boltund, Beware, and Wartortle. I was predicting Decidueye, Gastrodon, Weezingala, Azov, Corviknight, and Kiram. Without further ado, let's hop into this. Good luck and have fun to Bishmii. Okay, so he brought Gastrodon, Corviknight, Boltund, Kiram, Weezingala, and Azov. This is where things went wrong. I didn't notice. The Necrozma's HP is supposed to be a lot higher. This Necrozma has no EVs. I messed up. I deleted a sets. Witten got food. Didn't double check to make sure I re-added the EVs after I got back. And I just genned. And I also did not think to check some of my other mons. I clicked Modest on Surfetched, thinking I clicked Necrozma. So I wasn't even adamant. So I'm going to be doing a lot less damage with Surfetched, even though I'm a leak and I can crit. But realistically, with what he brought, I can see max HP, max defense Gastrodon, max HP, max defense Corviknight, bulky max defense Gallerweezing, just because he likes walling physical teams. So we'll see what happens here. Granted, it's been a rough 24 hours. I got out of bed just to play this, and I should have clicked. I should have switched here. So I ate the taunt, and I should have clicked Giga Drain here. If I Giga Drained, I would have been out of range of a second Fire Blast, and this thing would be on its sesh. Granted, I should have switched. I got rid of this Celesteela for no reason. And honestly, the fact that my two main things for this game, I lose one of them so early and the other one has no EVs, is incredibly bad. No, go away, mouse. Alright, there we go. Okay, so I debated on switching. I decided to just Giga Drain in hopes that the Fire Blast missed, when realistically I should have switched this out turn 1. I should have let something else take the taunt, and I should have came in with something that's faster than this. Because what I needed to do was make him switch and then pull a hard double back into Celesteela and then be able to set up just fine. But instead, I'm playing way too recklessly. But not feeling well can do this to you. Granted, I'm feeling a lot better than I was. But still, like, I got out prepped. It's as simple as that. That and this comes in. This is where I find out that a cell rock makes contact. I did not know that. So he's bulky Corviknight, and I'm just like, I should have stayed in, launched off a hit, but instead I switch into Necrozma. Take way too much from this U-turn. Way too much. That should have been a red flag for me that my HP is gone. But no, I took way too much. And then he sends out Kyurem, and this is where I'm getting desperate. My only chance now is to Dragon Dance and hope I live. But if this is Specs Kyurem, I just outright just get massacred here. And then I decide to go into Lycanroc here again. After thinking it over, which was also incredibly dumb. Because realistically, my opponent, after I lost my two key features, can just wall the rest of the team. Yeah, that's not good. So, the fact that he was Taunt Sash Azelf was horrible for me, and I honestly should have led something different besides Celesteela. He read me like a book, knowing I would go for the setup immediately. That's good on him. Bravo, Bishmii. I decide to just close combat again for damage. Because he's either gonna roost or U-turn here, and I can't have it. Let him have either for free. But I ended up taking way too much damage here, and being -2, this U-turn just obliterates me. It's like, well, got me over here just thinking, well, what do I do now? He goes Bolton. Here's where I wish, because I went into Nidoking, that I would have just kept the Choice Scarf on. I opted into Life Orb, which was a mistake. Because if I was Scarf, I still had a chance here. Granted, I did not think that I would live this hits. Especially since he low rolled for Expert Belt, if that's what his item was. So if I was Scarf here, I would have been in a good position. I would have been able to catch him with Earth Power. I would have been able to swap a few times. But realistically, Scarf Nidoking can only go so far because there's a Gastrodon and a Weezing in the back. And because his Gastrodon, Weezing, and Corviknight core is so amazingly fat, realistically, that's the only reason I could not be Scarf Nidoking. Because I can't freely lock into anything. Like, I can't. I can't lock into Sludge Wave because Corviknight's still there. If it was gone, I could just spam Sludge Wave. But it is what it is at this point. I low sweep here. He swaps into the Gastrodon. At this point, it defeats inevitable. There's realistically nothing I can do. I should have made more than just 2 Mons that would break his core. Maybe brought Appleton. But realistically, Appleton would only go so far as well because it auto loses to the Corviknight. realistically, this matchup was, I wouldn't say bad, but it could go fast downhill rather quickly, especially if I make a mistake, which I did within the first 5 turns. That's on me. Uh, yeah, I definitely could have handled this battle a lot better, but my opponent is a phenomenal battler. The fact that he is playing this defensive core so perfectly is amazing. And bravo to him. So he's going to recover here. Realistically, I can't break this Gastrodon. And not much of a spoiler, but I won't. I'm going to hit him again. He's going to Toxic here. This time it's going to land. And that's the game. Oh, wait. No, this is... Yeah, I Lariat. I don't low sweep, I Lariat. I'm Lariat in case he's Acid Armor Gastrodon. So I want to go around his doubling of his defense. But once I got Toxic, it was basically over. Granted, in hindsight, if I was Power Up Punch on this Mon, I still had a chance. No, the Azelf would have revenged me. Because I didn't honor the Azelf, realistically, the Azelf behind Bulk plus the Kirim is absolutely beautiful. So he knows I got Leaf Blade or a grass move to hit this, because why else wouldn't this come in? And I'm Leak. Granted, this is not very effective. He's neutralizing glass to counteract my beast boost, which is also smart by him. But a Leaf Blade did that much on a crit. And it's not very effective. But tell me why a poison jab did basically the same damage roll. Well, a little more. Granted, I don't know why he's not strain steaming. Or did he not bring did he not bring it? Yeah, my team with the matchup wise struggled with Gallerweezing. Because I'm way too physical and this thing's defense stat is massive, just like Corviknight and Gastrodon. So that alone was going to put me down. I lost my 2 heavy special breakers. It is what it is. But Bishmii, if you're watching this, bud, you played so damn well. Want to encourage everybody to go check out the side of his battle, as well as all the other coaches. This is basically over at this point, so that's why I'm just constantly talking. Hopefully, when I come back next week or the rebound match, I can get a little help with the prep and checking my sets. Maybe do a few mocks, because I feel like he did a lot of mocks for this, because he perfectly predicted the Thunder Punch here. So Gastrodon came in for free without taking any damage. And now I'm just going down. I don't know if he had Earth Power on this set, but it kind of bothered me a little bit that he didn't just click Earth Power if he had it. Because I'm not Shuka, but he doesn't know that. So I'm just hitting. Granted, this Electivire is doing this much without a boosting item. It's protective pads. To a Gastrodon is insane. Maybe if I was boosted item, well, it wouldn't have changed much because I'm still toxic. But yeah, this is over. I get 6-0'd week 1 of YCL. And I'm perfectly okay with that. Um, I was curious on what the match would have been like had I just not been stupid at the beginning. But hey, we learn from our mistakes, we adapt, we move on, and I hope Bishmii keeps playing well the rest of the season. Um, so now we're just trading blows back and forth. He basically wants to have this Gastrodon as healthy as it can be before I get finished off, which is really acceptable. He's playing to his out. But realistically, this one Pokemon cannot answer this entire team. So, GG to Bishmii. And then at the end, he is going to let me hit him one more time. I'm just going to swig my energy drink off in the corner. I kind of forgot to take all the sprites off. But low sweep and scald, and that's game. To everybody watching, like and subscribe. Enjoy the video. And hopefully next week is a little bit better. My wife's also in this league, so when she goes to upload hers, go ahead and check her out. She's Shabam on YouTube. I'll put her link as well as everybody else's in the description. Like and subscribe, and if you haven't, to all of them. And enjoy.